Gentlemen, our job here is to rank all the most powerful anime characters in existence. So can I count on you too?
You can count on me, Obama, but I'm not so sure about Sleepy Joe over there.
Okay, Mr. One-Term President.
Guys, we have a very important task to accomplish here. So first character we have to rank is Goku. Where are we going to put him, guys?
Ain't nobody beating Goku, just like how Donald ain't ever going to beat me in a presidential election. So with that, I'd have to put him in S tier.
Even though Goku is an idiot, just like Joey Numbnuts there, I would also have to agree with him. And just for your information, the only reason I lost was because it was obviously rigged, Joe. Anyways, what about you, Obama? Where do you put Goku?
Ain't nobody beating Goku.
Could you stop saying that? Anyways, I would also put Goku in S tier as well. He just has too many forms, just keeps getting ridiculously strong each new installment. All right, next we have Saitama.
Saitama is an easy S tier for me and by far the strongest anime character in existence.
You take that back, you son of a bitch.
Saitama would clap Goku any day of the week, and you know it.
I already told you nobody can beat him.
All it would take is one punch.
What?
Hey, I know this has been a hot debate for years, but I think it's safe to say Saitama would also be an easy S tier as well.
I also agree, but Saitama would still beat him.
Goku is the truth.
Okay, whatever. Moving on, we have Monkey D. Luffy.
Monkey D's nuts in your face, Biden.
Shut up.
You wish Cheeto Jesus.
You take that back. I love Cheetos.
This is why I asked if I could count on you guys before we even started.
Fat ass.
Come on, Joe.
All right, Monkey D. Luffy is pretty damn strong, especially with his new Form Gear 5 and his power of changing his imagination into reality. Just like how Creepy Joe wishes he could imagine a couple of young girls he could sniff right now. But I would give him a high A tier, maybe low S tier.
You can imagine D's nuts on your face.
Joe, you can't turn around and use the same joke I basically used on you.
Yeah, it doesn't really work that way, Joe.
Well, whatever, you stupid orange peel, but if I had to rank him, I would give him B tier because Luffy is always getting his ass kicked the entire show.
Did you actually watch the show or just turn that shit on to fall asleep at night, Sleepy Joe?
Luffy does lose a lot of fights, but he wins way more fights, so with his unique fighting style and his Gum Gum Fruit power and his new power boost, I would put him in S tier, so if we meet in the middle, he will be A tier. Now for Naruto Uzumaki.
Naruto is definitely overpowered, but I don't think he could take on the GOAT Luffy, so I would put him at B tier.
Naruto would definitely fold Luffy. All he would have to do is drag his ass into the ocean, and Naruto could just walk away since he can walk on water. So I vote to put him in S tier.
Bullshit, Joe. Luffy has mastered 3 types of haki. There ain't no way he's going to be able to do that. He isn't even close to Luffy's destructive power and stamina.
I would say that it would be a pretty good fight if he fought against Luffy because he has more tools in his arsenal in terms of a fight than Luffy does, especially with his shadow clone, so I'm going to also put him in A tier.
I bet you only put him there because he can use sexy jutsu.
Yeah, you're one to talk, but it is a powerful technique. If he didn't use sexy jutsu versus Kaguya, they would have lost.
That actually is true, but we all know that wouldn't work against Luffy, especially after he met Boa Hancock. Even if Naruto had to use Baryon mode, I think Luffy would be able to withstand it if he can survive beatings like he did from Katakuri. Let's say Baryon mode runs out, he still has a ridiculous amount of chakra, even though he would lose Kurama and probably still put up a good fight. But in terms of the stamina game, I don't think he would last. But if we take all of our choices and meet in the middle again, Naruto is also going to be A tier. Next we have Ichigo Kurosaki. Where do we put him, my nakamas?
Ichigo is pretty badass, but still when I think about him compared to Goku, who can destroy a planet with ease if he wanted to, I would also put him in the same tier with the rest of the big 3.
I would actually have to agree with you, Donald, with his Horn of Salvation plus True Bankai using his Shinigami, Hollow, and Quincy powers all together. I still don't think he would have a chance in hell versus Goku, but I also think he does deserve A tier as well.
Even though he is getting incredibly strong, I also would put in A tier. Okay, time to rank my boy Gojo. Man is literally untouchable, just like me during my presidency.
That's highly debatable, Barack. Besides, Joe, you had to have been the worst president in U.S. history. Also, please don't drone strike me.
Sorry, Donald, but we already have a lock on your location, so after we finish this tier list, it's checkmate.
What the fuck, you son of a bitch?
I'm just kidding. I don't take one-term presidents seriously.
Guys, can we get back to the tier list? I actually want to go get my chocolate chip ice cream cone once we finish this list, so the sooner the better.
Joe is right. I got a drone strike to order after this.
Damn it, Obama.
Okay, I'm done joking, but as I was saying, my man Gojo has got to be S tier.
Gojo is definitely ranked up there. I don't know how a fight against Saitama or Goku would go with how his infinity works, but he doesn't have the destructive power those two have as far as what we have seen, but the man can still do some serious damage. All the characters we have in A tier would probably lose in a 1v1 fight versus Gojo.
Yeah, the amount of curse techniques we still don't know about still leave a lot of unanswered questions. And the fact that Gojo said he would still beat Sukuna even if he was at full power. From what I've seen, I would also put him S tier.
Into S tier he goes. Next up, Deku, the new wielder of One for All.
Why the hell is this little bitch on this tier list? All this kid does is cry every episode. What the hell?
George was actually the one who made this tier list.
Hey, what's up, guys? It took me a long time to come up with this tier list, so how about you show a little appreciation?
Okay, fine, but this kid has had issues using the full power of One for All the entire series so far, and he always gets extremely beaten up after just from using his power. Is he strong once he masters all his quirks? Yes, but I don't think he can compete with what we have, so I would have to put him in B tier.
That's Cap Donald, and you know it. You better put some respect on Deku's name. He is clearly an S-tier choice for this list. The kid is smarter than All Might was, and he can use 120% of One for All's power compared to the 100% All Might used.
Let me guess, you're going to say My Hero Academia is the best anime ever.
It is the best anime, you fucking idiot.
Well, things are starting to make a lot more sense now, Creepy Joe.
Whatever you wrinkled orange, but seriously, the wrinkles on your face look like my left nut.
Is that actually true?
Of course he's capping. Why would you even believe that for a second, Bush? Don't even start with me. You're an actual prehistoric dinosaur.
Come on, Donald, let's keep going.
You could be my great-great-great-great-grandpa for all I know. I bet you pre-ordered the Bible, Joe.
Grandpa, is that you?
Haha, good one, Bush. Get wrecked, Joe.
I was being serious.
Guys, let's chill out for a second and put ball sacks and grandpas aside. I do agree Deku is strong, but not strong enough to beat our top picks so far. I think a lot of the powers Deku uses, he has to pay a price to use, but the amount of destructive damage he does is pretty significant. But in terms of stamina, he just can't compete with the S-tier choices. So I'm going to put him in A tier, and if we meet in the middle again, he also goes in A tier. Now, for my brother, Father Pucci, possibly the greatest villain in the JoJo's universe.
This dude is pretty strong in terms of his time, acceleration, and speed. But I don't think he would be able to deal with anyone on this list, because if he gets hit once, he's just going to flop like a pancake.
Surprisingly, I would have to agree with you on this one, Trump, because most of the characters we have on this list can move at the speed of light or pretty damn close to it, so I don't think his acceleration would have the same intended effect.
Yet depending how fast his acceleration makes him in terms of the opponents he is facing, so many of these characters are able to read their opponent's next move in a multitude of ways, and they would be able to deal with him pretty easily just with one hit, which would probably kill him. But we are all in agreement that he should be B tier. Next up, Gon Freaks.
The concept of Nen works in the Hunter x Hunter universe is a pretty cool concept. But this kid literally had to sacrifice the ability to never use Nen again just to get a power boost that I don't think is anywhere near comparable to the characters on this list. I would even say that he is weaker than Pucci because he most likely doesn't have the speed or the reaction time to keep up with him, even though he was able to dodge Pitu's attack, who is pretty fast, but probably not as fast as Pucci's acceleration. So my vote for this little shit is to put him into C tier.
Even though I like this kid, I would also have to put him into C tier as well. We only really get to see him make 2 hits with the power he acquires besides him bashing in Pitu's head repeatedly. I also agree his speed doesn't seem like it could compare with what we have currently, but maybe his destructive power could compare with the A tier choices we have.
Damn, Joe, the meds must be kicking in. I think someone really wants to get their chocolate ice cream. But I am also in the agreement with both of you on this. Gon is strong. Even if he has a power boost, he probably can't use that long. But I just don't think with his current experience and current level of power that he could ever pass C tier on this list.
Well, guys, I think that's all we have time for.
Shut up, Bush. All I know is the rest of the tier list better not suck.
If you don't like my tier list so much, how about you make your own then?
We're going to have to make like 4 more videos to finish this shit. So you bet it.
Did they both just leave?
I kicked them because they were starting to annoy me, just like I'm going to kick you too. So go get your ice cream.
Wait.
Alrighty, my nakamas, we are here once again to rank the strongest anime characters in existence. Joe got his chocolate chip ice cream cone, and Donald got his steak and Cheetos.
Trump steaks are the best steaks in the entire world. Nobody knows more about steaks more than I do Barack.
What the hell, is this an advertisement? Anyways, let's continue, shall we, my nakamas, starting with Light Yagami.
Man, do I wish I had Light Yagami's death note. If only I had that. I wouldn't have lost that rigged election.
Haha, get wrecked, bozo.
Donald, we've been over this. Unless you have hard evidence, you can't keep saying that.
You'll never be able to 1v1 me, kid.
Joe, if I ran again in 2024, I would smoke you. But I actually would agree with you because you probably won't live long enough to see 2024.
Screw you, you orange turd.
Guys, let's get back on track.
Okay, fine. If we're talking about a mere human with the power to destroy someone with the knowledge of their first and last name with the death note, it would be hard to say.
You actually have a good point about it being hard to rank Donald because depending on the setting of these characters, many of them would thrive over one another if they got the jump on the other one.
That's a valid point, Joe. It's like how I didn't want to do my boy Father Poochie dirty by putting him in B tier. But if he has knowledge of how strong someone is, he could just run away and reset the universe and solo anyone.
I would have to agree.
Shut up, Bush. No one asked.
You one term, mother.
You're old news. Let the popular presidents do the list.
We had a lot of people doing poses while commenting about how they didn't agree with our choice about Father Poochie. Now that I think about it, if it were up to me, I would switch Deku to B tier and Poochie to A tier. If anyone else is in favor, say aye.
Yeah, that little shit doesn't deserve to be A tier, so I...
Well, looks like I don't get a vote since I already lose to majority rule, even though Deku would blitz almost everyone on this list.
Yeah, that's just cap, Joe. You need to get off One for All's nuts, bro.
Deku is arguably just as fast as these other characters, which he could cause enough destruction with AoE to where I don't think Poochie would be able to escape if they are technically faster than him.
What do you mean by AoE?
What a loser! Doesn't even know what AoE means. Go play some video games, idiot.
George, he means area of effect. So he basically is saying the top tier characters on this list could create an attack that Poochie wouldn't be able to run away from. So from our voting, we're going to switch Deku and Poochie. I'm sure people will let us know in the comments how shit we are at making tier list, but they also didn't run a country for a number of years.
Ha, but we actually ran the country, noobs.
I think Poochie and Light Yagami are super situational characters compared to everyone else on this tier list. Poochie has crazy speed, but low durability. And compared to the S tier, I don't think he could technically damage them unless he resets the universe.
Pussy!
But how does it sound if we put Light Yagami in B tier in the middle, since he also has low durability and his only attack is writing someone's name in a book?
Sounds good to me, brother.
Alrighty, that took longer than expected. Next up, Tanjiro Kamado.
All this kid does is throw water on people and shoot fire out his ass. He's almost as bad as Deku crying every damn episode. Put him into C tier with that other little shit. At least Gon doesn't cry that much. Man almost got his hands blown off by Genthru and literally gives no fucks.
Isn't that the show with the really shitty animation?
You gotta be dog shitting me, Sleepy Joe.
Yeah, I don't think we watched the same show, Joe. But I also agree, Donald, that Tanjiro is basically just a superhuman that uses special breathing techniques to accomplish his task. I think it would be a good fight between him and full-powered Gon, because Gon was shown to be susceptible to sharp objects and actually lost his arm to Pitou. So we are going to put him into C tier. Alrighty, next we have the genocidal killer, Eren Yeager.
Not sure if I like this guy or not, because I don't know if he likes walls or not. He said he was disappointed once he found out humans were living outside the walls. But what I do know is if Joe keeps running our country, the United States is going to look like what Eren Yeager did to Marley.
Fuck you, Don. How long are you going to be a sore-ass loser?
Whatever, creepy Sleepy Joe, but if I had to rank everyone's favorite genocidal maniac, I would put him in B tier. I don't see him being able to even come close to winning a 1v1 versus any of the A tier and above characters, even with the rumbling.
I really liked this kid in his younger days. He had a lot of energy to him.
You sick son of a bitch.
But I hate myself because I actually agree again with Marilardo here that he is a B tier character. He is super strong compared to humans, but not compared to our current list.
Eat my ass, Joe.
Whatever, small hands.
Small hands, big
Going to have to stop you there, Don. We don't want to start pulling out the measuring sticks. Also, I don't think small hands means that. I think you mean big feet, which I wear size 13 shoes.
I wear size 8, haha.
Haha, Bush, small wiener.
And sometimes I wonder why I even affiliate myself with you guys.
Let's keep going. Me and my hot wife, Melania, got a date tonight. I can't hang around with you guys all day.
You guys, I got a country to run here, so I got to get back to doing that.
We definitely know you're not actually the one running it.
Yes, I actually am, bitch.
Okay, moving on. I think we all decided that Eren Yeager is going to go into B tier, as he rightfully should be. He just can't transcend past that point because Titans can only do so much.
Hey, Obama, look who's next. With the power of friendship, we can do anything, just like how I helped you get into office twice.
Actually, Joe, I think your dementia is kicking in because it was me that helped you get into office with my good name, and there is no chance in hell that you're going to serve a second term. No offense.
Fuck your power of friendship bullshit. I didn't need nobody to fund my campaign. All I needed to get started was a small loan of $1 million. Anyone can do that, but not everyone can be me.
Can I get a small loan of $1 million as well?
You fat fuck. There you go again, disrespecting my second favorite show.
Yeah, this show was complete trash. I don't do the whole power of friendship trope. Every time I watch Natsu eat fire, it just gave me a reminder how badly my spicy burrito from Taco Bell was going to hurt later that night on the toilet. But yeah, this guy is hard C-tier pick for me.
Natsu Dragneel is the GOAT, and there isn't a damn thing you can say that will ever change that.
Things are making so much more sense about you, Joe, as we continue to do this tier list.
Trump, you just have poor taste. Anyways, I know for a fact Natsu isn't strong compared to our current list of characters. I think Natsu Dragneel is still at least B tier.
Joe, I'm going to have to hard disagree with you on this one. Wasn't a huge fan of the show either, and I would actually rank Natsu D tier.
Barack, how could you? I feel betrayed, Barack. We watched that entire show together.
With that, my nakamas, if we meet in the middle, Natsu, rightfully so, will be put into the C tier. And never again, Joe, nothing personal, kid.
You respect your elders.
And you respect the first black president, or I'll call you racist.
Oh, shit.
Ha-ha, got you, Biden.
You better watch your ass too, Trump.
Fuck.
I'm just kidding. You one-term presidents are so easy to fool.
Hey, I was 2 terms.
No one cares. Next up, Cowboy Bebop.
What the hell, Bush? Why did you put this half-blind space mercenary on this list?
I thought he was a good choice.
Nakama, please, let's not get sidetracked any further. Where do we put him since he's on the list?
This is probably the most realistic show on this list.
I agree, Joe. The fact that your old ass is going blind, you're just like Spike. This man 100% goes into D tier, no questions asked.
Screw you, you damn orange peel. I would have to say I also put him in D tier. I can't really make a case why he should be put anywhere else.
For a human, Spike is an amazing fighter, quick on his feet and very resourceful. At least we have our first D tier pick. Next up, Rimuru Tempest.
I love this ball of goo. He is so overpowered, he basically has like his own CPU inside of him that gives him all the information he could ever dream of, which makes him super OP. Not to mention the more stuff he eats, he basically gets stronger.
Hey, a character just like you, fat ass, except for the getting stronger part.
Joe, you wouldn't want this smoke. I would fight you IRL. But I don't want to be responsible for murder because a fight with me because you're so old would probably be your last.
Do you even know how many push-ups I can do?
What does OP and IRL mean?
Holy shit, Bush. You're breaking my balls. Do you live under a rock, George? Have you ever used the internet?
I'm surprised you were able to even make this tier list and not know what half of these acronyms even mean, George.
Sorry, guys. I get really busy quail hunting. You guys want to come sometime?
Dear Lord, yeah, that's a hell no from me, Bush. I don't want to become the next Dick Cheney. As I was saying before, I was rudely interrupted by this geriatric fuck.
You're a dog-faced pony soldier and you know it.
Whatever stupid butt with the amount of tools and abilities Rimuru has at his disposal, and that fact that you can't really damage him, really, I would have to put him in S tier. He just seems super annoying to deal with in a fight because he would most likely eventually just eat you.
Also remember, guys, he just became a demon lord in the show and was finally recognized as one as well. There's no telling to how strong this character is going to get, but I think it would be a safe bet to say he isn't going to get any weaker, all things considering. So with that, I will also put him in S tier, which by majority rule, into S tier he goes.
It's a pretty damn good show. I like all the waifus in it.
I also liked all the ones that were over 18. And no, I don't know Jeffrey Epstein. I have no idea what you are talking about. And no, I do not know where his secret island is, that I may have or may not have seen Bill Clinton at a few times.
Thanks, bro. I now have the evidence to indict your ass.
Donald, there are pictures on Google of you talking with him and being really friendly with him.
Yeah, that's just fake news, Obama.
Even though I am an eyewitness Joe, he still hasn't given us enough evidence to really do anything.
Ha ha, bozos. Also, no one trusts a foreigner. We still haven't seen your birth certificate, Barack.
I'll show you my birth certificate once you show me your tax returns, which tax season is right around the corner, so you get wrecked once the IRS comes after your ass.
Fuck!
But bullshit aside, we got time for one last character for this video. Let's rank Beast Gohan, guys.
Seeing Beast Gohan in his glorious new form just reminds me of how much of a beast I was as president.
I think you are a little full of yourself there, bud.
Keep telling yourself that Joe as inflation keeps rising. But the fact Beast Gohan was able to tap into a new form and pretty much solo Cell Max by himself, I don't even think Piccolo needed to help him, honestly. Beast Gohan is an obvious S-tier choice.
It almost brings me back to the days of Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. Even though I love Beast Gohan, he still can't beat Goku. But it's about damn time we see him get a power-up. And I think they realized he needed the power boost to make longtime Gohan fans come back to the show. But for my ranking, I would also put Gohan in S tier.
Yeah, it gets pretty boring when the entire show is only about Goku and Vegeta all the time. Not to mention Super Goku isn't serious at all like he was in Dragon Ball Z. He is the son of Goku, so it's no surprise that he would also be ridiculously strong. So into S tier he goes. Well, that's all we got time for everyone.
Did he just get kicked?
I'm not the leader of the call, but someone kicked him. Ha ha, karma is a bitch.
I hold the power now. See ya, nerd.
Bush, you seem like a good guy. I know you wouldn't kick a friend.
What's up, my Nakamas? We are at it again on our third iteration of making the strongest anime characters tier list. This is arguably one of the most important moments of our lives.
I definitely agree, Obama. Even though I know Sleepy Joe doesn't have much life to live, we have an obligation to the people to finally get this list finished.
Trump, you're the one who doesn't have long to live, because after this tier list, I'm using the military power of the United States to take you down.
That's horseshit, Joe.
But I won't shy away from the fact that this is an iconic moment.
Nakamas. We still have 34 more characters to rank on this list that George was so nice to make for us.
No problem, guys. I'm glad I could be a part of this.
Bush, I don't know what type of drugs they got down in Texas, but there are a few questionable choices on this list. I never thought I'd ever have to rank Spike Spiegel in terms of a strongest anime characters tier list.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie, that kind of threw me off too.
What?
It's pretty bad if you're even tripping up Slow Joe because of this list.
I asked some of my friends about this list, and they said it was flawless.
Okay, as usual, I will have to be the voice of reason to get this ball rolling. Let's rank Meliodas, guys.
I really like the concept of this show, especially the part where Meliodas has a curse that never lets him age. I just wish Elizabeth had this curse when she was younger.
You nasty son of a bitch, Joe.
Joe, you're my brother from another mother, but I can't keep defending you.
I really liked the animation after season 2. I thought it was the best I've ever seen, but if I had to rank this kid, I would put him in B tier.
Holy shit, Joe, you really are going blind.
I can't rank him better than my boy Deku.
Bullshit, Joe. Meliodas would smash Deku any day of the week, and you know it. So Meliodas is going to be a hard A-tier pick for me.
After season 2 of this show, they literally called this show 7 Deadly Frames, but in terms of ranking, I would also put Meliodas in the A tier. The man literally becomes the Demon King for all Britannia and was even able to face tank explosive attacks from the 10 Commandments even before he became a Demon King and survive.
Alrighty, let's throw this fucker into A tier then.
Alright, if you're going to rank Meliodas higher than Deku, I demand a revote for my boy Natsu at least.
Okay, I think it's only fair since I voted to switch Poochie and Deku last video.
No, Obama, we shouldn't give Natsu a second chance. That show was so mid.
Last video, we had a lot of people complaining about Natsu's ranking, so I think it's only right to give the people what they deserve.
All right, fine. But if there is a choice I don't like, I get my chance to change a character's ranking.
I don't see anything wrong with that. All right, so Joe, if you were going to rank him, where should we put him?
The first time I voted, I put Natsu in A tier, and that's what I'm sticking to. This man deserves so much more recognition. He literally takes out 1,000 of Zaref's soldiers in one blow.
Maybe my dislike for the show clouded my judgment, Joe. I do have to say the soundtrack was fire for this show, but the plot not so much. But by the power of friendship, I put him into A tier as well.
Damn it, Obama. I don't get to vote because of majority. Just throw that shitter into I tier then.
I knew I could count on you, Barack.
Next up, gentlemen, we got Giorno Giovanna.
I think it would be a damn good fight between him and Poochie, only if he was able to get close enough to him. Otherwise, Poochie would probably win because of his bullshit powers. But his ability just to stop anyone in their tracks, just like he did to Diavolo, who could erase time up to 10 seconds of time, is just beyond OP.
I actually agree with you, fat ass.
Biden, I'm about to muda your ass.
Nakamas. Since it seems that we are all in agreement that Giorno is almost as powerful as Poochie, or at least would give him trouble if he got close enough to him, I think it's a safe bet to put him in I tier with him.
Yeah, that seems reasonable.
Sure, why not? Put him in A tier. We need to keep this list going. I got some tax fraud I need to commit after this call. Got to keep my businesses going.
I'm contacting the IRS right now, Donald.
Fuck you, Joe. You're just mad. I actually run a business.
I run the country dipshit.
Damn it, guys. Every time we are in call, you guys are at each other's throats.
Ha ha, this is pretty fun to watch.
Shut up, Bush.
Why do you always have to be a jerk, Donald?
You only wish you could be as entertaining as us when you were president.
Don't worry, Bush. You don't have to listen to what Chester Cheeto has to say.
Well, I wouldn't say. You guys have been entertaining as presidents for a good reason. Moving on, we got the Pirate King, Gold D. Roger.
This dude has a cool mustache. He would look badass if I gave him a pair of my aviators to wear.
Highly doubt it, Joe, you Top Gun wannabe bitch.
Guys, we need to get through this list so Donald can commit his tax fraud and Joe can get some rest.
That's right, Obama. I think to be on the safer side, since we still don't know a decent amount about this guy, but he has been shown to be one of the strongest characters in One Piece, and the fact we have Luffy in A tier, I think we just throw him into A tier.
I actually agree with you, Trump. The fact that Kaido thought of him as someone who could be his equal, while Gear 5 Luffy was going toe-to-toe with him, I would also place him in A tier.
Then it is decided. Goldie Roger goes in A tier. Now we got everyone's favorite ninja, Itachi.
The fact this man has such strong genjutsu and was able to put Kakashi out of commission for a few days with just a glance is very telling. It must be how Joe's old ass feels like, just constantly stuck in a genjutsu every day while in office. That's probably why our country has gone to shit.
The country is just fine, you orange lump of shit. I will go down as the best president in history.
Joe, we already know that's going to be me. I was the first black president.
I was the one who made America truly great again.
Hey, don't forget me. I'm the one who found the weapons of mass destruction.
Actually, Bush, they never did find those weapons of mass destruction you were talking about.
Oh.
But my Nakama. We know Itachi is strong and is able to trick most of his opponents, but I think he wouldn't be able to do damage to our S-tier choices, or they would just be too fast for his genjutsu to work. So, what do you say, into A-tier he goes?
Yeah, that's fine. I think he could fold the majority of strong anime characters from all the verses, but I just don't think he can compete with the top choices we have so far.
I would also have to agree with both of you, even with his Susanoo. It wouldn't probably be able to withstand the attacks from our S-tier picks, and it would just be too slow.
Awesome, we're all in agreement. Next up from Dragon Ball, Lord Zeno.
Yeah, you might as well put this dude into the bullshit tier because he can just delete a universe or a person with the snap of a finger. If we had something above S tier, I would put him above that.
Zeno reminds me of myself as president. I just snap my fingers and someone delivers me my chocolate chip ice cream cone, but yeah, this guy is way too overpowered.
Yeah, you're definitely not overpowered, you prehistoric old bastard.
Bitch, please, I'm the president for God's sake, but I also rank this cute little guy S tier.
Creepy.
Yeah, I think without question this guy goes into S tier. I would be curious if he were to get hit by Goku at full power or just by anyone else, if he would actually take damage or not, because he doesn't look that durable, but I think some things are just better not to find out versus basically a god. Maybe we would just need Kratos to find out. Okay, let's rapid fire through this, guys. We have Jiren the Grey.
Yeah, that dude always wants the smoke. This bald-headed badass is S tier.
I also vote S tier.
Yeah, this man is built like a brick shithouse, so S tier then. All right, next Jotaro Kujo.
If this guy didn't stop using the world with Star Platinum, he could have been like Dio and stopped up to 11 seconds with some training and probably could have exceeded that. All I know is Jotaro solos that little bitch Deku no diff, so I vote to put him into A tier.
Deku will one for all Detroit. Smash his ass. What are you talking about? While I think Jotaro is definitely a strong character, I would put him B tier, just because I don't think he could compete with Pucci or Giorno, nor any of the other characters. I think he would just get speed blitzed after his time stop.
I would actually have to agree with you as well, Joe. If Jotaro isn't able to finish any of these characters after he uses the world, a lot of these characters have ridiculous techniques speed-wise they could use to probably mess him up. I would say his durability would get the best of him, so I vote him B tier as well.
You guys are fucking idiots. I might have to call for a revote on this one. I bet the people in the comments are going to tear your asses apart.
That may be true, Agent Orange, but you lose to majority rule. So get wrecked, bozo. Now we have Kaguya to rank, which personally, when it comes to tier list, I like to play it safe. I know it took Naruto and Team 7 to take her out, but Naruto did get stronger since then, so who knows if he could solo her now. But I think she is a solid A-tier choice.
I swear to God, all these damn A-tier choices, but I would also have to agree, my African American.
You racist fuck.
How's that racist?
Anyways, the fact that she was able to put the entire world into a Tsukuyomi and put Team 7 into different dimensions, I think she has more than enough tools to deal with anyone B tier and below.
Yeah, you didn't even mention Obito also helped them too. So A tier then. Next, Ken Kaneki from Tokyo Ghoul.
Yeah, this crazy emo bastard has some crazy regenerative abilities and has a pretty crazy Kagoon, but isn't as strong as the A tier characters and nowhere close to being as fast, so B tier for me.
Even though I wish this kid was a little younger, I think he would be strong enough to be maybe low A tier.
Obama, we can't keep letting him get away with this.
I don't know. I think Kaneki is pretty weak compared to most of the people on this list. I just don't see him being able to take down Eren Yeager in Titan form, no cap. I vote to put him into C tier. So with that, if we meet in the middle into B tier, he goes. All right, next, Kid Boo.
This ball of chewing gum, I think, would gobble up most of the people in A tier, maybe besides Poochie and Giorno, because he couldn't reach them. But with this little fucker's durability and regenerative power, I think he has to be S tier.
He looks like the bazooka bubble gum we used to chew back in the day.
You would say something like that, you old son of a bitch. I bet you were alive when they invented gum.
Okay, Ronald McDonald.
That joke sucked, Joe.
Anyways, I think Kid Buu is a hard A tier for me because a lot of the S tier choice have enough power to delete Majin Buu from existence, except maybe Gojo. We still need to see more from him. I think Buu could take on a lot of the A tier choices, but the fact that he can't take them all on and would lose to pretty much every S tier choice, I think this only further justifies his place in A tier.
Joe, I don't understand you. Sometimes you go from making a terrible joke to making a very valid point. But yeah, I think I would have to agree with everything you said. Majin Buu is just a character built to destroy others, but in the face of overwhelming power, he just can't compete.
Oh, damn, we got my boy Madara Uchiha next. This power is not of your creation. I wanted to say that so badly during my presidency.
I bet you did, Mr. One-Term President.
You're just jealous because it was the best term any president has ever done in the history of the United States.
Keep telling yourself that, bud, but back on topic. Can we just call it a day with Madara and just say he is A tier?
Barack, I know we have a lot of mainstream animes on this list, and I think the way they make these Shunin characters is to somewhat compete with each other power scaling wise, which makes sense why we have to throw so many of these characters into the A tier.
Holy shit, I actually somewhat agree with you, Sleepy Joe.
Since we put Itachi and Naruto there. With his Susanoo, I think he would wipe all the B tier choices. Madara goes into A tier then. Next we have Captain Levi.
Levi is such a goat for someone without superpowers, just a man with superhuman strength that made that hairy bastard Zeke his bitch multiple times.
I got hairy legs that turned blonde in the sun, and the kids used to come up and reach into the pool and rub my leg down so it was straight and watch the hair come back up again. I love kids jumping on my lap.
Jesus Christ, Joe.
Ha, well, that was awkward.
Yeah, I don't think he can take much more. Guys, how does C tier for Levi sound?
Oh, I think that's fair.
Sounds really good, my homie.
Give me 1 second, guys. Me and Michelle are making peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, and I can't get the jelly jar open.
Haha, I bet he left to get help from his manly wife because Obama's weak ass can't open that shit.
Let me be clear, as I was saying. Anyway, we are getting a lot done, and we've done a lot, and she was 12 and I was 30.
Dear Lord, please, Obama, come back. Joe needs his meds.
I'm back, guys. Last character to rank for today. Tony Chopper.
What the fuck, Bush? I'm losing my fucking mind here. Put this bastard in D tier. Why is he even on this list?
Hey, Chopper has Kung Fu Point.
You know what, Trump? Fuck it. D tier he goes. Anyways, thanks a bunch, guys, for what?
What happened? What was that noise?
Did they just disconnect from the call?
I got the power now, bitch. Ha ha, bozo. Bye, Bush.
Trump, don't do it.
Finally, gentlemen, this is the last iteration of doing the strongest anime character tier list. We ready to do this, my Nakamas?
Hell yeah, Barack. I'm hyped up on Adderall, so I'm way good to go.
Of course this old fart would be on drugs. It's the only way he can function as a president.
You want a piece of this, Trump? I'll knock you the
Guys, if you want to fight each other IRL after this, be my guest. But we have the most important task in history to finish here.
I actually agree with you, Obama. This is way more important than any bill we have ever passed when we were presidents.
Aren't you guys glad I made this awesome tier list?
Bush, you are a disgrace along with this list. You should be ashamed of yourself.
Yeah, this list is whack, no cap.
This is the list that was given to us Nakamas, so let's finish it already. Or do we put Prince Vegeta, guys?
I love this hot-headed saying. He reminds me of myself if I was a Saiyan.
An asshole.
Screw you, you old fuck.
Donald, you are only 4 years older than me.
Well, you act like a damn dinosaur, Joe. I've seen how well-spoken you are in your speeches. You literally get lost on stage once you finish.
Just because Jill tells me what to do doesn't make me any less of a man.
Yes, it actually does, Joe. But for this badass Prince is a hard S-tier pick for me for obvious reasons.
Just in spite of you, Trump, I'm going to put Vegeta in A tier.
You son of a bitch, Joe.
With Vegeta's ultra ego, I would say he is comparable to Goku. So into S tier he goes. Next, Roronoa Zoro, the one-eyed swordsman.
Haha, speak of the devil, Joe. A character that gets as lost as much as you do.
Donald, eat a damn cheeseburger, you orange fuck.
Come on, you chuckle fucks.
I think Zoro is very powerful because he was able to trade blows with Kaido, but at the risk of his own life. I think he is a solid C-tier choice considering the list we have. I don't see Zoro beating Eren in Titan form or any of the other people in B-tier except maybe Kaneki or Deku if he got a good enough slash on them.
I agree with Sleepy Joe. Even if he fought Light Yagami in B-tier, he would probably be dumb enough to give him his name, or he just wouldn't be able to find him by the time he wrote his name in his book.
Zoro really shines because of his crew. Not saying he isn't strong, but by himself, I think he wouldn't have gotten as nearly strong as he is now if he didn't join the Straw Hats. So we are all in agreement he goes into C tier. Next, Muzan Kibutsuji, the king of pop.
I really miss Michael Jackson. I used to hang out in Neverland Ranch all the time.
Obama, we have to arrest this sick bastard.
We don't have enough evidence to prosecute him, Donald, just like we don't have enough evidence to prosecute you for Epstein's Island.
Damn, that's actually true.
Okay, whatever. Just because this Demon King is damn near immortal besides being weak to the sun, in terms of his durability, I think he's a solid A-tier choice just because he's hard to kill.
I think Michael belongs in S tier.
It's Muzan.
Haha, Muzan.
Dear Lord, guys, I also vote him in A tier. I don't think he could do anything to the S tier characters we have. A tier he goes.
If we want to talk durable, you fuckers, I demand a re-vote on Kid Buu.
We had a lot of people in the comments talking about this adorable wad of chewing gum, and a lot of them brought up good points about how he is a planet buster, which a lot of the A tier choices can't even do that.
Donald, will it make you happy if we put him into S tier?
Yes, it would, Joe.
Then I vote him A tier.
Damn it, Joe.
So since we all got what we wanted so far from revotes, I also vote to put him into S tier, which that's where he will go.
Thank you, my brother Barack.
Yay, family, woohoo.
He is my brother, and there isn't a damn thing you can do about it.
Keep talking, Joe.
How about we all can be brothers?
I'm the president. I'll bust a cap in his fat ass.
Just like you guys have been saying, I would be put in jail for the last 6 years, but that still hasn't happened. Talk is cheap.
Issuing a Joe strike on the Mar-a-Lago club.
Don't you mean drone strike?
You have 5 seconds to live. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Fuck.
Joe, we all know you don't have that type of authority. Can we finish the damn list?
For Miruim, I think he's pretty fast and powerful, but not compared to the A tier. I vote him B tier.
I feel like Miruim is a Frieza knockoff, but I also agree B tier.
Okay, that's settled. How about Lord Aizen?
I don't think Aizen can rival Ichigo in power, but the bastard is immortal. My vote is A tier.
True, it would take someone ridiculously strong to contain him, or just has a power that could transcend Hogyoku to kill him. Ichigo is so badass in the new season, but yeah, I also vote Aizen into I tier.
Wow, guys, we can actually agree a little bit for once. Holy shit. All right, this next one should be pretty easy. Lord Beerus, the Destroyer.
Put that grumpy fucking cat into S tier.
A character that loves food as much as Donald.
Joke's on you, I need food to live, idiot.
Okay. Next we have Isaac Netero.
Yeah, the only thing this guy didn't have was the stopping power. And he can't regenerate, but he can continue to fight even if he loses a limb or two.
This guy is even faster than Miruim, and he actually killed Miruim. I think I would have to put this guy I tier.
How can you put him higher than Miruim? He literally had to kill himself to take him out with him, which he wasn't even able to kill him right away.
Yeah, he did get a little help after the explosion Netero set off, but he eventually died a little later. But guys, I think we play it safe, and we also put him B tier.
Oh my goodness, my favorite business character on this list. This guy has strategically set himself up to take over the whole damn world. If I didn't lose that rigged election, I would be just like Ainsul Gown.
You wish you damn orange peel. You've declared bankruptcy 6 times, Donald.
Actually, it's been only 4 times slow, Joe. Get with the program.
Well, for my vote, since this dude is a skeleton and he is weak to blunt attacks, I think he is a solid B tier.
I bet you're weak to blunt attacks, Joe, you old fogey. But yeah, you're capping. This man is definitely S tier.
I definitely don't think he is S tier, Donald, but I kind of agree with Joe. This guy is part of a video game world where I think so many of these choices are just too strong for him. If I was being generous, A tier, but into B tier he goes. Next, All Might.
This guy has a great smile just like I do.
You mean a creepy one, Joe?
Before you guys can argue, I'm taking the liberty of just putting him into B tier with Deku. We know Deku is more powerful than him, but I don't think it's that big of a power gap. Okay, guys, we have Broly now.
Hey, Melania, I'll be done doing this tier list in a second, sweetheart. Sorry, guys. I just had to talk to my hot smoking wife real quick.
No one cares you fuck.
Does anyone disagree with him being an S tier?
Go Broly, go, go.
That works for me, Barack.
Alrighty, next up, Joseph Joestar.
Oh my God, holy shit. Bush put you on the tier list, Joe.
Oh no, son of a bitch, how dare you not put respect on Hermit Purple's name?
Sound like the good shit we used to get high to back in the day.
You would Bush. Put this old fuck into D tier and be done with it. Bush serious, what is wrong with you?
What, Donald?
Next you're going to say, I thought Joseph Joestar was a great choice.
I thought Joseph Joestar was a great choice. Wait, how did you...
Stop capping Donald. He is at least C tier.
Joe, you need to up the dosage to your prescription because there is no way in hell we are putting him into C tier with our current choices. Before we move on, guys, I'm having a friend check over our tier list, and he's going to help us finish it.
Hey, what's up, guys?
What the hell, Obama? He isn't a president.
Trump, hypothetically speaking, I don't need to be a president to review this tier list. But anyways, I got a job to do here. Let's take a look here. Oh, my God. What the hell? Obama, what did you invite me to?
You seem like a smart guy. I just thought it would be nice to have some help ranking some of these characters.
I swear to God, guys, if you don't put Giorno and Pucci in S tier right the fuck now, I'm going to flip out.
What the hell?
We worked hard on this list, Ben.
I'm literally losing brain cells just by being in this call with you guys. How did you even come up with this list? And who the hell made it?
See, I told you, Bush.
Well, shit, I guess I really fucked up, guys.
Dear God, this list is so bad. It's probably the worst I've ever seen. I just can't believe you guys actually ran the country. Holy shit!
You're just a president wannabe, you Jewish fuck?
Okay, fine, Ben. We will put Giorno and Pucci in S tier, but we won't switch any more characters since you are just reviewing and helping us finish this list.
How do you not agree with us?
Hey, everyone has a different opinion. Even though I think Ben is being quite the asshole here, let's continue with the list, gentlemen.
Okay, fine. If I can't change this whole list, at least I got to fix what I wanted to fix. Now I just got to think like a monkey to make the rest of the choices match the rest of this list.
That's racist, Ben.
Okay, I guess I got to think like a Neanderthal.
That's not much better, Ben.
I can't believe I'm taking time out of my busy day to help you guys with this list. So for the next three, we have Sanji as easy C tier, Sasuke A tier because he scales comparatively to Naruto, and Lord Frieza, the monkey killer, is obviously S tier.
Ben, you're really treading on thin ice, aren't you?
Obama, that's just a fact. Facts don't care about your feelings.
Just like how I'm the best president in office right now.
Well, technically, you are correct, Joe, because the United States can only have one president at a time. But if we were doing a president tier list for the United States, you would be straight F tier.
Bullshit, Ben.
Ha, got him. You know what? I like you, Ben. I think me and you would get along.
Don't even get me started on you, Trump. I can't even with this whole thing.
What did I do?
So, do we agree with what Ben said, guys? Because I personally do.
For a black man, you are quite bright, Barack, because I agree with you, and you are very well spoken.
Joe, just please stop talking. You are sounding more racist than Ben now.
Well, looks like I lose to majority vote, but the only thing I would have changed was Sanji into A tier just because he is an amazing cook.
Donald, it's always about you and the food.
Off my nuts, Biden.
Yeah, I think I've had about as much as I can take, guys.
My goodness gracious. Moving on to the next three, if I was going to vote like you guys, I would put Shanks A tier since Gold D. Roger is there. Shigeo Kageyama also in A tier since he isn't a planet buster. And Whis is an obvious S tier. Even if this list was legit, I still can't believe Gojo is S tier. You guys must all be doing some really good drugs right now.
Guys, I'm always doing that good shit, Ben. But doesn't mean I'm still not smart as fuck.
I really liked watching all the seasons of Mob Psycho because all the characters are still in high school.
Fuck, Joe, you sick fuck. I agree with what you said, Ben. I just want to finish this list so I don't have to listen to Creepy Joe anymore.
There is nothing creepy about that, Donald.
This is getting hella weird, guys.
But yeah, I agree with your choices as well. So Shanks and Mob into A tier and Whis into bullshit tier, a.k.a. S tier.
Bush, these next three choices, like one of them, I can't believe you even put on here, dude.
I did my best, guys. Cut me some slack.
Thank God this is almost over, but for the next three, if I was a stupid person ranking these, I would rank Yewatch A tier because I think he would lose to every S tier choice, Yamcha. Dear God, I would put him probably B tier, and Yusuke Urameshi in his demon form, I think would fit along nicely with your I tier choices. I could go so much more in depth, but since Barack asked me so nicely to help you idiots, this is where I would put all these choices so far. I'm going to have to go make a 100% factual strongest anime characters tier list with Jordan Peterson after this, with way better characters, you unsophisticated scum.
Ben, I've never seen you be such a jerk before, man. Well, how does it sound, guys, with these three characters?
I think it's fine, Barack. Be right back. I got to go grab a cheeseburger.
What? Yamcha isn't S tier?
Yeah, his meds are no longer working.
I'm sorry, but this list just triggers me so much. Well, it's been fun, guys, but I literally can't stay here for this last character. It is so disrespectful that I just gotta...
Okay, I'm back, guys. What did I miss? Jesus Christ, what the hell is this useless bitch doing on this tier list, Bush? Fucking amen!
I thought she was the most solid character on this list.
Get banned, Bush.
Ha, get wrecked, Bush.
I'm getting the fuck out of here, bye bozos.
What the hell, Sakura is also S tier.
Joe, you have so much wrong with you.
Thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this video, consider giving it a like and a subscribe. Have a great day.